Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2014 Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Lizzie Ruiz. Honor Society is a group of dedicated students who have been selected because of their straight A's for 2 consecutive trimesters. Many students were given this opportunity, but only the ones sitting among you rose to the challenge. They wrote their essays, handed them in, and awaited the committee's decision. Thanks to their phenomenal work, they are here before you tonight. Those essays told of a time they portrayed the 5 pillars that Honor Society is all about: scholarship, character, service, citizenship, and leadership. The officers of Honor Society know these pillars well. They have written their own definition that shows what these qualities mean to them. Before they share with you tonight, they will light a candle representing how we light our way to success. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Hello, my name is Colin Westgate, and I'm the secretary for the Wareham Middle School Honor Society. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about scholarship, one of the 5 pillars of success. The dictionary defines scholarship as learning of a higher level. Although we in Honor Society know that scholarship means above the dictionary definition, it means that someone who has scholarship has a love for learning and strives to do their best. Having good grades and plenty of knowledge can be a passion for which many rewards and skills may come of it. The knowledge you gain in school can help you succeed in further education in everyday life. There are infinite amounts of subjects you can learn if you have the perseverance to try. The students in Honor Society know a lot about scholarship. We have worked hard to be here where we are now. We are all excellent students, and being part of the Honor Society is a testament to our dedication and commitment to learning.
Good evening. My name is Emily Nash. I am joined here today with my fellow officers. I am a social chair, and today I will be talking about one of the 5 pillars, character. Character is an important role in your life and Honor Society. Your moral qualities make up your character. Some character traits everyone here has is perseverance, hardworking, and caring. Everyone in Honor Society has shown perseverance. We all know schoolwork has gotten harder, but it's those people who don't give up no matter what and will succeed. Everyone here is hardworking. They do not give up, do not lose faith, and gives 110% in all their work. Everyone in our group is caring. It's not an, "Oh, I'm missing the assignment." It's, "Oh, I'm missing the assignment, I should probably get that done." They care. School comes first in all of our heads. Some people don't care, some care partially, but we care the full way. There's no room for failure. Everyone here has great character. We are a big part of what makes this school so amazing. Every single person has shown great character, and I'm thankful to be a part of this group and of people.
Good evening, Hello, I'm Winnie Patel. Being part of Honor Society means having service. Service is helping or working for someone else. In Honor Society, we are instructed to do several volunteer actions that range from the Deacon's Craft Fair, peer tutoring, penny wars, babysitting during PTA meetings, and Relay for Life. We also raise money in a variety of ways for our many local charities. Volunteering your service isn't a hassle either. It can be a wonderful way to get to know your peers. Volunteering work that is done for free to help the community is a fun way to help and connect with friends. Without service in Honor Society, many people wouldn't know the meaning, usefulness, or importance of charity. Even without pay, the gratification of helping someone do what needs to be accomplished is worth it. The experience gained is valuable. Choosing to help your community through service should be important to you and the people around you. It can benefit you in so many ways. Providing your skills for the greater good is a part of being an honorable member of Honor Society.
Hello, I'm Hannah Elston, and I am Associate Chair and Vice President for the 2014 Honor Society. I am here to talk about one of the 5 pillars of success we follow as members of Honor Society: citizenship. When I looked up citizenship on Google, the definition said something like being part of a community. I think of citizenship as being a part of something bigger than you, and being a part of something that means something to you. To be a good citizen, it means to make a difference in your community. Honor Society plays a huge role in building the citizenship in the people who join. As an honor society and as individuals, we all do our part to help the community. But it doesn't just stop at volunteering. In our everyday lives, we do what we can to help the people around us. In Honor Society, we get many opportunities to help the community, but just volunteering doesn't make you a good citizen. It's the opportunities that Mrs. Andrews has given us that allow us to be the best citizens that we could be. Good citizens, like those in Honor Society, don't volunteer because they have to. They volunteer because they love seeing the joy that their volunteering brings to others. Citizenship isn't something you can be tested on or given. It's something that is built by being the change that you want to see in the world. Thank you for listening.
What does being a leader mean to you? Is it a way to guide yourself and others to success? Or is it being honest about your morals as a person and paving a pathway to possible accomplishments? Either way, having the qualities of a leader means to step it up with a solution and take charge. We know what is right and wrong, and we utilize that knowledge to make a difference. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." That is a famous quote from Lao Tzu. Think about that. If we decide to take responsibility for a leadership role in a situation, people will only look up to a great leader for guidance. It's our job to show them which way to go. Now, when I first got into Honor Society, I was very shy. I was scared to volunteer and to have to meet and attract new people. My fears were unneeded, however, because it was then that I realized this is what Honor Society is all about. It's about cooperating with your peers and working towards a common goal. For me, the most memorable thing we did last year in Honor Society was being part of Relay for Life. We as a team took part in a worldwide struggle in the battle against cancer. Raising money for cancer was something incredible, and we each contributed to the worthy cause. In the end, we had all grown as students and definitely as leaders. Leaders are never born. They are made from how they take the experiences in life and learn from them. It all just has to start with one idea and a vision, and every ambition can be reached. My name is Carolyn King, President of Honor Society.
We, the Honor Society, have chosen a book that inspires us, I Knew You Could by Craig Dorfman. We hope you enjoy it. I knew you could, and you knew it too, that you'd come out on top after all you've been through. And from here you'll go farther and see brand new sights. You'll face brand new hills that rise to new heights. I wish I could show you the stops that you'll visit, but that isn't my choice to make for you, is it? Instead, I can tell you some lessons and tales that I've learned and relearned in my time on the rails. First of all, you must find your own track, so you can start right away and not be held back. But which track is yours? Well, that all depends on which way it's going and where it may end.
Different tracks win around, over, under, and through, so pick out the one that works best for you. Through the track you start out on, you feel like the one. You might take a few moments before you are done, and now with your eyes on a new destination, start up your wheels and roll up of the station. On your new trip, you'll make plenty of stops in deep rivers and valleys and on high mountain tops. Some will surprise you and some will be planned, and you will roll through each saying, "I think I can."
With the plane I wished he could get out in the air, saying, "I wish I could travel like the train down there." Those cars watch as you speed right along, as they say to each other, "Look how fast and strong." Don't worry about not being able to car or plane, just worry about the trip you'll take as a train. Don't be afraid to toot your own horn. If you need to be heard, there are people to warn. Or if you're being yourself just makes you so proud, you get on the chair and sing it out loud.
You'll follow your track through twisting through ferns and stop at new stops and pick up new friends. They'll all come aboard with smiles and greetings. You'll have such great times with people you love. On the days when you are sad and feel you can't go, speak up and ask a friend for a tone. That's what friends do, so don't be afraid. do the same if you're following your dream. You might stop at some stops that you never have to go to, and look for new friends if they won't come aboard. So you'll have to head out with a future of setting out once again while you attract all of them. Try to remember that the world is so wide, full of kindness, and people with their own trains to ride. Just stay true to yourself as you try, with no second guessing the
Once you're on the right track, you'll probably say, "This one is mine, I'm here to stay." Try to enjoy the track that you choose. Stop now and then to take in the views. You can rush forward as a general rule. Before you arrive, you could run out of fuel. Don't overwork, but save up some strength. That way, every day, you can travel great pace.
You'll need all that strength on days when you're stuck, or tired, or sad, or just out of luck. When your belief in yourself doesn't feel quite so pure, and your "I think I can" doesn't sound quite so sure. That's when to push, and to strive, and to strain, to show the world that you're not a giving up train. And you're wise if you know that doing your best means that sometimes you should just slow down and rest. Speeding through your whole trip will only bring sorrow. To slow down today, to be happy tomorrow. There's more about life that you'll learn as you go, because figuring out things on your own helps you grow. Just trust in yourself, and you'll climb every hill. Say, "I think I can," and you know what? You will.
After reading the book, we hope that you remember that whenever you struggle, if you keep trying and believe in yourself, you will accomplish your goal. 3 of our members have chosen someone that they believe is an example of the 5 pillars. In some way, they have served as a role model for them, and they would love to tell you why. With that, I would like to call on Carolyn King, Jared Betancourt, and Hannah Emerson. Unfortunately, the original writer of this piece is not here, Kylie Dekas, but in her stead, I'm going to be for her. The person I admire had many great qualities about himself. He demonstrated leadership, service, citizenship, character, and scholarship the most, which also happened to be our Honor Society's 5 pillars. This great man's name is John F. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy was a leader, an effective one at that. He was the 35th President of the United States and did many great things in his short time in office. He led the United States to establish the Peace Corps, which helped people outside the U.S. understand American culture and helps Americans understand cultures of many other countries. He also prevented a nuclear Armageddon with Cuba and the Soviets, which took leadership and heroism to complete. John F. Kennedy did service for the country by being an officer in the Navy during World War II. He was a lieutenant and wrecked his back by saving another man's life. The engineer of the PT-109 boat, Mac McCahan, was badly burned by exploding fuel, so he couldn't swim on his own. Kennedy towed Mac McCahan to shore by biting his life vest strap and swimming towards shore. 8 of the men, including Patrick, did Kennedy survive the PT-109 collision. He demonstrated character and scholarship by emphasizing on public services. One of John F. Kennedy's most memorable quotes is, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." This means you have to help your country out before you can ask them to do something for you. There's also another saying, "A little goes a long way." I believe these 2 quotes mean almost the same thing because of what John Kennedy was trying to say, is if you do little things for your country will do little things back to you. John F. Kennedy had great citizenship. He also had back problems and still managed to put aside his pain and give someone a smile. Kennedy helped create NASA and the space program for mankind. He also asked Congress to send a man to the moon, saying, "No single space project in this period would be more impressive to mankind or more important for the long-range exploration of space." We all know that the man did go to the moon, and NASA was a funded program. Kennedy's citizenship prevailed for the community of citizens again. John Fitzgerald Kennedy was a great president, an even better man, which is why I proudly call him my role model.
In our society, I think everyone can agree just a little that some of our opinions are suppressed, for whatever attributed reason, be it for fitting in or looking more proper. All humans do these little things, sometimes subconsciously or on purpose. Disagreements aren't a bad thing. Where would we be if people mindlessly agreed with each other? Technological advances would be slow, and humans are made to have different viewpoints, so arguing makes sense. However, as we see that disagreements are not a bad thing, time and time again, mostly in the past, we see people attacked for having different ideals than others. In my opinion, the most prominent example of this could be with the famous anti-apartheid leader, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was born into the Tembu tribe in 1918. It was common for him to participate in tribal-related activities, and unlike his father, he retreated to full education, studying at the University of Witwatersrand. While at college, he became increasingly aware of the racism practiced against non-Caucasian people in South Africa, later joining the ANC and becoming an activist. After years of what seemed like futile attempts at protesting, Nelson was put on trial for treason in 1963 at the Supreme Court of South Africa. His case brought international attention, as the U.S. civil rights were being fought about this time as well. After his trial, he was found guilty of treason and sentenced to 20 years in prison. At the end of the trial, he had this to say, as closing words. "We believe that South Africa belongs to all the people who live in it, and not to one group, be it black or white. We did not want interracial war and tried to avoid it to the last minute. At the Honor Society, we treasure the 5 pillars, which in our connotation is scholarship, leadership, citizenship, and service. Service and character. All of us are expected to have these qualities and practice them to full extent. Moreover, the people we see as role models need to have their world revolve around these 5 terms, and I think Nelson Mandela is certified to be an advocate for these terms. He taught us all that service does not need gratification, and we should do these acts of kindness from our own volition. We see from him that being a leader doesn't mean being smart or strong, but being able to bring out the best in everyone you meet. A leader's opinion is not suppressed, but heard, no matter what the consequences. When you have a place in this world and know how you can make the world better, you have character. Nelson Mandela, despite being imprisoned, gave his opinion because he knew that his purpose was to eradicate racism in South Africa. Unfortunately, the ambitious character that we call Mandela died in 2013 at age 95. Today, Nelson Mandela could be revered as a hero and a role model, not only for us, but for everyone on earth.
The older I get, the greater power I seem to have to help the world. I am like a snowball. The further I roll, the more I gain. Susan B. Anthony. Susan B. Anthony is a suffragist, abolitionist, author, speaker, and my role model. She demonstrates the 5 pillars of success in ways that change the world. She demonstrates leadership in many ways. Susan started petitions, gave speeches, and founded the American Equal Rights Association and many more. She led people in protest and stood strong, while others threw things at her and dragged her image through the streets. Her character is shown with the way she carries herself. Elizabeth Cady Stanton recalled the moment that she first met Susan. There she stood, with her good, earnest face and genial smile, dressed in gray silk and hat and all the same color, relieved with pale blue ribbons and perfection of neatness and sobriety. I liked her thoroughly, and why I did not once invite her home with me to dinner, I do not know. Even as a young woman, bombarded with the images that females had no power, her character still shined through with the help of her family that had a passion for social reform. Susan B. Anthony fought for her equal rights, and not just for women. She knew that for her to get rights for women, she had to fight for everyone's rights. Susan was a part of many organizations that supported the women's rights movement and the anti-slavery movement. She was dedicated to earning the rights that women deserved. She even got arrested in 1872 with her 3 sisters after they voted. She refused to pay the $100 fine and was not sentenced to jail time due to the fact that if she was, she had a chance to take the question of women's rights to the Supreme Court. Although she did not have a proper education, she still fought with everything she had to make sure that everyone was considered equal. It was we the people, not we the white male citizens, nor yet we the male citizens, but we the whole people who formed the Union. Susan B. Anthony.
Each new member will receive a certificate and a white flower to represent truth, youthfulness, humility, reverence, and honor. Please let me welcome Miss Renata Dillon, Dante Andrade, Piper Latula, Parker Gagnon, Daniela Pop, and Jenna Yacobucci.
Emily Curran. Danny Minkle III. Elena Nicoletti. Sheridan Pinkham. Paige Strawn. Abigail Burial. Andrew Brightman. Erica Cormier. Jackson Cote. Alex DeMarco. Corina DiCanto. Madison Fernandez. Emma Fitzgerald. Joshua Flaherty. Layla Foote. Brian Gallagher. Madison Hayward. Grace Garner. Natalie Mulder. Nathan Nevoychik. Casey Petronelli. Brandon Pham. Isaac Connector. Hannah Stallings. Isabella Markevich.
I present you with the newest members of the Wareham Middle School Honor Society.